Can you guys hear me okay? What's up, Enigma? What's up, Capricorn from London? Are we going in order? Yeah, probably, honestly. Sorry, I don't have my like whole setup and like the ring light. I just really don't care this morning. To be honest. I don't care about looking too good. Something keep knocking at my door? Is that the dog trying to get in? Sounds like the dog's trying to get in. I'll be back for the last two. Got it. Alrighty. Dun, 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 dun. Turn on some music here. What do I want to listen to? Is that the dogs trying to get in here? I'm pretty sure the dogs are trying to get in here. Do I let them in? You could never. You're so sweet. Thanks, Garnet. Thanks, Enigma. Hi from Ireland. Oh my god, I want to go to Ireland so bad. Are you joking? Scotland, though. Scotland is my number one. I gotta go there. I don't know what it is. Evening from Australia. It's pretty late here, so hopefully I'm still awake. But oh, damn. I guess I got people all over the place. Are you guys setting any intentions for this Gemini new moon? You know what I found myself getting interested in recently? I know it's going to sound really random, okay? So, as some of you guys know, I'm like a huge dark romance lover. When we had that Mercury square Pluto that happened in, I think it was May, yeah, in May, I actually started reading dark romance novels, right? And I was like, damn, as a Venus in Scorpio, this is right up my alley. Well, I started reading this book, Little Stranger by Leigh Rivers. And the guy in it is he's not deaf, but he's mute, and because of trauma, and he ends up doing sign language, right? He does sign language. And I was like, man, how cool would that be to do my poetry in sign language on Instagram? That would be so beautiful. So I started looking at like people doing sign language. I was like, wow, that's so pretty. How gorgeous would it be just to tell someone you love them just with their hands, or just with your hands? That would be so cool. So I learned the alphabet yesterday. I taught myself the alphabet yesterday. I think it's A, B, C, D. No, I'm sorry. D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. I remember P like this because I think of penis. And then we have I think it's Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. I learned it all yesterday. I just taught myself. So cool. Wales is beautiful, I bet. What's up, NY? It's good to see you. Hopefully it was the dot right. Maybe it's Zaid Meadows from my dark romance novel trying to break in to love me because I'm insane. Wow, yeah, I think I have ADHD or something. You know, people with ADHD, they get like laser focused in on something and they like learn it. That's how I got here with tarot. I was like, I bet I can learn that. That's so beautiful to like communicate in pictures, right? It's like how I thought about it. And now here I am. So yeah. All right. So let me make sure. Oh, I didn't even put. Hold on. I didn't even put the, okay, book your question. I don't ever, I'm like the worst. I just am not a responsible person. You know, I have Saturn and Sagittarius. I have Saturn and Sagittarius. Anyone from there is probably like not the best. But I also have it completely unaspected. It doesn't touch any other planet in my chart. It's just totally naked. All right, let me put this down here. That looks so ugly. I need to make that prettier. All right, we're just gonna put that right here in the middle. Okay. Yeah. HG can be helpful. Yeah, until you actually try to finish something. What's up, Donna? What's up, Karen? So yeah, then I learned things like this is what's up, which is kind of like weird because you do it with your middle finger, not any other finger. What's up? And then I got eat, and then this is food, father, mother, thank you. This I think this means no, no, no. I can't remember if it's under the chin or here. No, this is milk. I think this is cook or hamburger. I can't remember. This might be cooker. I think this is, I can't remember. It's something with food. What's up, Alexis? So I've been teaching that. You really should do both. They are beautiful. Oh yeah, for sure. I definitely would love to do that. I'm more of a everyone's like, "Oh my god, I'd love to go to the Caribbean and be by the sunshine," and absolutely not. I don't like the sun. It makes me so anxious. I don't know what it's just like, ugh, it's too loud. You know what I'm saying? The sun is so loud, but the rain is like, ugh, I don't know. It's the rain is romantic. I know, right? Or get hyperfixated. Absolutely. That which doesn't do well in like dating. It just doesn't. You just no. Dating with ADHD, ugh. And it's like weird because I can get really hyperfixated on a person. Like I can get obsessed and be like, oh my God, like I want to know everything about this person. And then like something weird happens and I'm like, ew, you're disgusting. I'm like totally over it. That's what's up, Donna. What's up, Lori? It's raining now. Ugh, I'm so jealous. What's up, Diary? That's great. You're learning sign language. Yeah, I started reading it in my little dark romance book and I was like, "Oh my god, this is so beautiful." And so when I started like watching other people do it cuz a lot of you guys know that I have my little poetry Instagram and YouTube. But I was like, wouldn't it be so cool to like recite a poem in sign language? So I'm going to learn it. Bet your sweet ass I'm learning it. It's going to be awesome. So anyway, obviously, you guys, welcome to All Signs. I'm happy to have you here. I'm just doing it very casual today. If you guys do want to book a super chat question in order to get your cards read during the live, then you can click the link. It's in the pinned comment in the chat section. Lori will be here to help you and tell you about yourself all throughout the entire stream. Shout out to Lori. And if you guys ever want to book a personal, you can just do it over at Hipsy. You can just check the link in my bio. I have like my writing up there, my writing links and all of that good stuff. And make sure that you like if you have not. It's going to be 105 here. That's disgusting. I can't do that. I don't like the humidity. I don't like the too much of the sun. It's like too loud. Oh my god, my jiggle's starting to go away. I have like my forearms here. I'm trying to like tone this part and it's starting to just kind of go away. I've had really bad sleeping problems since I was young, and as of late, like since like the middle of May, I just like one night I had really bad anxiety and then I could not sleep, and then when I would go to sleep I couldn't stay asleep. And I have been dealing with that for like a month and a half. And I am so tired. I've skipped like 3 days of the gym because I just can't get any sleep and I'm too exhausted to do anything. And I'm too exhausted to even really write, even though I've been forcing myself to write my book. And ugh, anyway, I really hate it. And so I bought a Bluetooth sleep mask thing in hopes that would help. And I tried it out last night and it was okay, but something's wrong. So something is wrong. And if I actually go to sleep, I'm having nightmares. You know, I've had nightmares my whole life. Ugh, it's terrible. Like, trigger warning, okay? But like, there was this one night where I finally got to sleep, and I had a dream that somebody kidnapped me in their van, not dark romance style, okay? And they told me if I didn't go with them, that they were going to my family basically, and they like put a drill in the back of my head, and I started to pass away, and I woke up. It was like, you guys don't understand. Like, I don't know if it's just because I have Aries in the 12th house. I don't know if other Taurus risings deal with it, but it is like a horror show. Okay. There's no humidity. Out here, it is disgusting. It's like being stuck in someone's butthole. It's so gross. Anyway, okay. So let's just go ahead and do this, you guys. Let's go let's go ahead and start. I'm 122 pounds and have that crap. It's good to know the gym will help. Yeah, you know, I work out all the time. Working out is a huge part of my life. I love it. I love staying fit and healthy and all of those things, but that doesn't even help. Like, it's not even helping my sleep. So that's terrifying, dude. And it's like so real too. Like, my brain cannot differentiate between what's real and what's not. It's like, it's very crazy. Man, if I could use that for like manifestation, that would be tea. Anyway, so let me stop bitching about and let's go ahead and do this already. You guys know I love to uh talk. I'm a yapper. All right. Yoga works for me. The meditation helps me sleep. It's great. Girl, I'm dealing with the exact same sleep issues. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I really don't. So maybe we can put a little glow light on the computer. Glow lighting, just because it seems so dreadful. That didn't help. That help? Not really. Okay. Well, this is where we're at, guys. Okay. Let's go ahead and do Aries. Did I put this for this coming week? I think that I did, right? So. Lori, did I make this reading for this coming week? Going to 90 here and oh wow. Yeah, it's like in the 90s here, but in Virginia it's really humid. It's like so humid. You did be okay, thank you. Okay. Also, last note, so you guys know I've been reading a lot of dark romance. This I thought Haunting Adeline was like twisted, which it is. This is like I feel like HD Carlton from Haunting Adeline got so much hate for how dark it is and how like kind of like non-consensual some of the scenes are, but like nobody gave this woman shit for these scenes. To me, these are like way worse. I was like, um, you know, and I just feel like it doesn't mean that this woman isn't a great writer, but I feel like it's because H.D. Carlton with her cat and mouse duet books, I feel like she's such a talented writer that people are threatened by that, like especially other authors. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Anyway, I know that probably none of you really read dark romance, so I'm just going to shut up. Okay, Aries, let's see what's going on for you for the next week. First, we're going to go ahead and check to see your energy, and then we're going to go on from there. Show me Aries energy for this coming week, please. The Hierophant reverse. You're kind of disrupting the status quo a little bit. The Ace of Cups. The Page of Pentacles. I love this. Because it feels like you're disrupting the status quo. It feels like something about you and your beliefs are changing. Something about your foundation is changing, especially in regards to the way that you love or your sense of creative spirit or whatever it is. And you're building on that. It feels like you're building a new foundation, especially if we're going from the Hierophant reverse to the Page of Pentacles, double Taurus energy. So it's like you're trashing out something that you used to believe. Okay, maybe it's a self-limiting belief. Maybe it's in regards to who you are when it comes to relationships. Maybe it's your religious or spiritual views. Whatever it is, that is done. You're done with that because it doesn't work for you anymore. And you feel pulled towards something else. You feel pulled towards the new. And maybe this has something to do with the new moon in Gemini. Maybe you're creating or building from a different perspective. You know, maybe it's like you just thought that you had this one identity that people expected of you or expect of you. And now you're like, I actually don't have to be that. I don't have to live by other people's expectations of me. What are we trying to build here with that Page of Pentacles? New relationships? New friendships? Social dynamics, finding your tribe, but it's not going to be the way that it was. You want things to be different. You know, maybe for some of you, you're like, I'm getting a divorce. I'm ready to live my life. Maybe it's that. So let's see. Maybe it is a divorce. You know what it feels like? It feels like someone is not on the same page with you about something. Okay, like a relationship that, if this is about relationships, it's like a relationship that has been established in your life, whether it's a familial relationship or platonic or otherwise. It's like somebody is maybe taking too much stock in what other people think about you or your guys' dynamic together. It can be that the foundation that you've already built, you're like, this isn't working for me anymore. You know, maybe it's like a business, maybe it's a career. But, you know, and even if it's not about love with that Page of Pentacles and that Two of Cups, this can be about building upon what you love and reconnecting with yourself through that. The Sun. It's about you. What do you want? What does Aries want? What does Aries believe in? What does Aries want to build? Who are you? And building off of that alone. And part of figuring out who you are is going through the journey, not knowing. Yeah, see? You're like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing. Two of Pentacles reverse. It's kind of giving me like Picasso, Van Gogh vibes. Or like, you know, those people who are really, really talented and creative and they just like kind of lose their minds a little bit within reason, right? And they end up creating like a masterpiece. That's what it's kind of giving me. That's the energy that it's giving me. King of Swords. I want you to be authentic. I want you to build upon your own truth. I mean, Uranus is squaring the nodes right now. So I feel like a lot of it is about how we think. Uranus in Gemini, how we think, how we write, who we're communicating with, who is our tribe, who do we get along with, the choices that we're making. You know, and sometimes that means that you're not going to fit in the places that you used to force yourself to fit in. Ace of Pentacles reverse, Nine of Pentacles reverse. The King of Swords is Aquarius energy. Pluto's going through Aquarius, which is currently retrograde. So we're thinking a lot about who we actually are, who we are to the collective versus who we are to ourselves. Jupiter is about to move in Leo anyway. And I think a lot of this is about you guys becoming more clear. You guys becoming more decisive, understanding that every opportunity is not for you. which doesn't always mean it's a missed opportunity. It's just not for you. And I think that a lot of you guys are done kind of conforming to other people's expectations of you. Hierophant reverse, Nine of Pentacles reversed. Love this. That's what I have for you, Aries. Thanks a lot. All right, let's move on. Now let's go on to Taurus. Whoops. Get some of my electrolyte water. Is Uranus in my first going to suck? Depends on how willing you are to go with the flow. As a Taurus rising, I had this transit for the past 7-8 years, whatever it was. I'm gonna be honest with you. It drug me through hell. Okay, it awakened me to the truth of myself and the reality around me in society, people, which I already had somewhat of a knowing, but it really like shoved my head inside of this like, I don't know, liquid mirror and made me see a lot of things that I just honestly I didn't want to see it. It was like, oh man, I could have done so much without that knowledge. But it changed me, it changed my appearance. As you guys know, I'm not rocking the platinum blonde anymore, and my way of thinking is very different. But Uranus doesn't like being in Taurus. Uranus doesn't mind being in Gemini. Uranus actually does quite well in Gemini. I think that a lot of like new AI things are really going to not like anything that we've seen, especially with Pluto being in Aquarius as well. You know, very technological signs. So I don't think that you're going to hate it per se. Is it going to be disruptive for Gemini risings or Gemini placements? Yes. Is it going to be worth it? Yes, more than likely. But you have to be, Gemini is a mutable sign, right? So you have to be willing to kind of go with it and accept the change as it comes and be willing to see your authentic self and learn your authentic self. Gemini is about learning. So I'm not going to lie. I'm glad I'll never have to go through it again. Like I, you know, just being totally honest with you. But it was worth it. It was worth it. And you'll definitely meet somebody during this time. When Uranus was in my first house, I met someone that kind of like was my Uranus transit, and I was theirs, and it was definitely wow, you know. Really, they'll make you see things that you didn't see about yourself, or they'll change your perspective, you know. So you'll definitely meet somebody during this time. All right, Taurus, let's see. Let's see what Taurus's energy is for this coming week first. Show me Taurus's energy for this coming week. The Four of Swords reverse and the Empress. Okay. You're coming out of your hidey hole a little bit. If you guys have been kind of like isolating a little bit, trying to come out of your hidey hole, you know, maybe you've been healing, maybe you've been working on some creative endeavors or something like that. And with that Empress there, it makes me feel like there's something that you're getting ready, like something that you've been doing in private is now getting ready to be shown out in public. So for instance, if you guys have been, I don't know, working on a book, right, for the past 6 months or something like that, now you're getting ready to birth it into the world. If you guys have been doing a lot of like working out, trying to get yourself a glow up, now you're kind of showing that to the world, or you're kind of coming out, right, so to speak. Okay, maybe you're actually coming out of the closet, I don't know. But then that Queen of Pentacles reverse, it makes me feel like you are more so kind of nurturing this side of yourself, not like you're trying to grow it, but you're trying to understand or nurture this part of yourself, or have empathy for this part of yourself that tends to be very critical of self, that tends to be very critical of, I don't know, maybe even other people for some of you. But if you felt like money's been kind of tight or money's been kind of weird or something like that, I think that a lot of you are going to find that the more that you nurture yourself, the more that you nurture your creative abilities, the more that you're going to see the fruits of that. I don't really even want to call it labor because it doesn't feel like that. It feels like you're being given something just for being you. I mean, Taurus, excuse me, the Empress is Taurus. So it's like you're showing up as your own major arcana, which I really like. I think that's a good sign. The Chariot with the Justice. For a lot of you, you've been scared to make a choice or to choose yourself or to decide upon something, but I don't feel like you're doing that anymore. What else for Taurus? Hmm. Can I get another one? Hmm. This is weird. The Eight of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Ten of Cups reversed. If you guys are married or in a relationship or something, like, what is that person walking away from with that Eight of Cups? The Two of Wands reverse. There's somebody who has maybe been a little bit indecisive in your life or not really coming out of their comfort zone. They may have walked away from you or you them or something like that, but it feels like maybe, or even just took some time off, whatever, but it seems like there's a relationship in your life that is getting ready to ground into reality or become something bigger, something more grounded though, not just something that you're like, oh wow, you know, my knight in shining armor, my princess in shining armor, whatever the fuck. Like it's something that's getting ready to last or be rebuilt, I want to say, with that Two of Wands reverse. But that Ten of Cups reverse tells me that there's some kind of like emotional instability or trying to like, I don't know, like emotionally you and somebody maybe are not on the same page. For others of you, it's really about you walking away from being afraid. Like, I don't know if you've been hiding something or hiding parts of yourself, but it feels like you're walking away from that and you're coming out of your comfort zone. You're coming out of something that felt like an illusion or something that really wasn't right for you to be able to take whatever plan that you have and actually make it concrete or make it a reality. But it's something that's long term. But with that Ten of Cups reverse, you may feel kind of on your own, the Chariot, but you're not really afraid. For others of you, this is like a relationship going to the next level, but there may be some emotional things that need to be kind of worked out. I was all over the place. The Five of Wands for your advice. I feel like with that Ten of Cups reverse, there may be some like family drama or relationship drama or something like that. I would be careful of not allowing yourself to start some kind of petty arguments with anyone or get involved with any kind of petty arguments. If you guys have been questioning some kind of talent, gift, skill, or ability, or caring too much about what other people think, or something like that, I feel like you just need to get off your ass and do it. Yeah, see, Eight of Swords. Like, you may be sitting on some kind of talent that you have and like being in a fight with yourself about it. Oh, like people are going to think I'm stupid because we saw this Queen of Pentacles reverse in your energy anyway. And it's just like, no, the power is literally in your hands. You have what it takes to be able to accomplish something, but you may be spending too much time second guessing yourself or like going back to an old way of thinking where it's like, oh, maybe I'm not good enough, da 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 da, or maybe my work isn't good enough, or I don't look good enough, or whatever it is. And I mean, with Chiron moving into your sign, that kind of checks out for me, even though it's not happening till late June. You know, it's like you're still kind of coming up on that little cuspy area. So that's what I have for you, Taurus. All right, let's move on. What's up, Kennez? What's up, Faye? Two more shuffles. Show me Gemini for this coming week. Too many. Nine of Swords reversed. So you may be trying to get something out of your head, or maybe you're becoming less paranoid, less worried. I would be careful though, because I think like this week you may be in this melancholy, like melancholic mood a little. It's like maybe you're trying to get certain fears and past memories out of your mind, but like with that moon reverse, it feels like the fears are still there. And I think a lot of the fears have to do with the past and regrets and maybe even letting go of something or someone, or and it feels like it's kind of all consuming, or it may even feel, not to be corny, but it may kind of feel like you're drowning a little bit. What's that 5 of Cups? The 7 of Cups. I'm like seeing you in like a room asking yourself, was that fucking real? Like, was that reality? Or like, why does this keep happening? Am I delusional? You know? Because you may start to think, like, am I fucking crazy? Like, that happened, right? Like, I don't know if you were gaslit or you just, like, can't understand people's audacity or something. Tell me about that moon. Ooh, the 3 of Cups reverse. It's either that you're hiding a third party while regretting exploring your options, or you're afraid that someone is doing that to you. And you may not really feel like you're seeing reality. Okay? You're like, what the fuck? Am I being manipulated? Am I being manipulative? You know? Am I the bad guy here? Because some kind of choice was made that's affecting that energy. Like, which may have, either someone else did something that you didn't expect, or you may have done something that you didn't even expect, or it's just that you made a choice and you're like, oh fuck, did I make the right choice, or somebody else did, you know? The Page of Swords. Somebody's watching you, spying on you. Can be another Gemini. We also have Pisces here. The Two of Pentacles reversed. They're not really sure what to do. What does this person want? The 7 of Wands. I don't know, but they're intimidated. They like kind of have their tail between their legs a little bit. Why is that? The King of Swords reverse and the 7 of Pentacles reverse, because they either wasted your time or they gaslit you, or something ended up not really panning out and they don't know if you'd communicate back with them maybe. I'm almost getting like this energy of somebody feeling like you're smarter than them, or maybe you insulted their intelligence or something like that. I don't know why I'm getting that. Now, for others of you, it can be that you're curious about something new, but you're not really sure if you should pursue it because you feel like you can't really line up with the competition, or you're like, oh God, I don't know, like this would be something brand new. I don't know if this would be a good investment. I don't even think I'd win, you know, or I don't even think that I would fit in, or something like that. But Uranus in your sign is asking you to, like, it doesn't matter. Like, you need to try new things. You need to come out of your comfort zone a little bit. Because you've been through a lot, maybe. Okay, if this is you trying to explore something new, you may feel like you've been through a lot and you're kind of at this point where you're losing some steam. I mean, especially because it's in your energy. You're kind of losing steam a little bit this week. Okay. It doesn't mean it's forever, but there's a new moon in your sign. So it's like, take advantage of it, especially with that Page of Swords. That's probably what that's about. The Ten of Wands, the Ace of Swords. See, this is the thing, is like, you can't see it right now. You know, like you like, the best way I can come up with an example is like, you're walking through a tunnel and you've been walking through the dark tunnel for a while. You're like, damn, I've been walking this shit for a long time. I ain't got no snacks. I ain't got no water, you know? And you don't realize that you are so close to the end of that tunnel, but you can't see it. You can't see it, but it's there. And so it's like, it's asking you to keep the faith with something, whether it's like a relationship that you want, whether it's, you know, financial freedom, or just having a more stable mentality, a more stable life. The Ten of Wands is asking you to take full and authentic responsibility for not only how you got here, but how you can change it based on your perspective, the way that you think and the way that you think. So it's like, you know, for instance, let's be really cliche. If you're somebody who you date and you ignore red flags, right? And nothing ever works out because you keep ignoring red flags. It's like, yeah, maybe we need to take responsibility for how we got here, you know, with a lot of red flag people. Even though red flags fuck better, you know, we can't have that mentality going into 2027, right? But you're almost out of the tunnel. You just gotta believe. It'll all be worth it. All right, let's move on to Cancer. All right. Cancer. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. I saw the King of Cups. Let's see. Show me Cancers. Okay. Ace of Pentacles. Brand new opportunity. It could be financial, or maybe you guys are doing something regarding a business. It can also be something regarding health. Ooh, Two of Pentacles. I love that because it shows progress. So the first of any minor arcana is always going to be an ace, and then next comes the twos, right? So if we're going from the Ace of Pentacles to the Two of Pentacles, it shows me that not only are you either planting new seeds, maybe it's something to do with the new moon in Gemini, or it may be that you're receiving an opportunity and that opportunity is progressing. It may be a lot. Queen of Swords reversed. Why is that Queen of Swords reversed? The Judgment. The opportunity is going to ask that you either revisit something, or it's like the Judgment call is kind of like God's call. Like, hey, there's this big opportunity for you, but you're going to have to kind of reconcile with the past about it, whether that's in the physical sense or whether that is mentally. So whether it's like recognizing your own patterns and how to change those, maybe it's something regarding relational patterns. I don't know. But the Judgment, it's like taking accountability for something and needing to make a decision from that place. It can also be a reconciliation, but you're not sure about it maybe. With that Queen of Swords reversed, you're like, ah, fuck, you know. Maybe you just feel like you're not in your right mind. But I don't think so, because the rest of these cards are pretty solid. It's something that's definitely going to take work and decisive action. But you're like, but what? But why? Are you still stuck on the past? Is that what it is? Because there's a new opportunity, but you may be like, oh, well, you know, I got my dream job in Europe, but they're asking me to move there. If I move there, then I'll have to leave all of my friends or so, or something like that, you know? And I'm not saying that's what it is, but the Seven of Wands with the Page of Cups reversed at the bottom of the deck. For some of you, you may have some options available to you when it comes to career or when it comes to love or whatever it is, and you may not really be sure what to do here. Maybe it's that you feel like there's some kind of competition involving some kind of new opportunity that you want, and you're like, you know, you kind of like, I don't know. It's weird though, because it's like you have what it takes to do something, but with that Page of Cups reverse, it's almost like you're manipulating yourself out of it. Queen of Swords reverse, Page of Cups reverse. You know, I don't know if you're like doing that on a subconscious level or what. The Eight of Cups, the Page of Wands, the Five of, yeah, you're going to have to leave something behind, baby. You're going to have to leave something behind. What is that? Were we leaving behind? The Ace of Cups reverse, something you were emotionally attached to. What are we walking away from? The Five of Cups. Yeah, something you have some kind of emotional attachment here that you're walking away from. There's like sadness around it, but you're like kind of putting your big girl or big boy pants on, and you're like, all right, time to venture out, you know? And with that Five of Pentacles and that Ace of Cups reverse, it's almost like there's creativity or love here, but it's like you don't know. I don't want to say you don't know what to do with it, but it's like you don't know where to put it or something like that. Weird. King of Wands reversed and the Four of Cups. You may be disappointed by a past person who is like prideful or in their ego, or if this is you guys, you may feel like you kind of have to start over in like the confidence department, or when it comes to your own masculinity or your own femininity, or just feeling very disappointed by past situations. You're kind of thinking of like the woulda, coulda, shouldas and what coulda worked out or shoulda worked out. The Eight of Pentacles. You better work. That's your advice. It's asking you to start raising the standard for yourself, whether that's in regards to fitness, health, your actual job, what it is that you're doing for work. It's asking you to raise the bar. And then like weed out the yeah, look, because look what can happen. Look what can come out of this. The relationship of your dreams, the career of your dreams, financial freedom, you know, really having something that you feel or felt is worth building. But it's like, do the work. That's what it's asking you to do. Do the work. Take on the opportunities. You may have to make some hard decisions, but if everything was easy, it probably wouldn't really be that worth it. Five of Swords, it's asking you to be determined. Don't get frustrated by things that didn't work out. It doesn't mean that they won't work out again, or, you know, don't sit here and be stuck in the past. Think about what your full potential is. Like, I know that you can feel it, Cancer. You can feel it. You just have to put the work in to get it. That's what I have for you, Cancer. Let's move on to Leo. Okay, Leo. Show me Leo for this coming week, please. You've been carrying a lot. You're almost there. You're taking a lot of personal responsibility for your own sense of self-awareness and who you are, honestly. Very self-aware, very intelligent. There's a lot of wisdom that you've likely had to acquire during a rough time or during a time of the dark night of the soul. But Jupiter in Leo is upon us, and it's going into your sign on, I think, June 30th. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's June 30th. It's going to be there for a year. So you're going to grow. There's going to be a lot of wisdom. Wisdom doesn't always come easy. And in the sign before yours, in Cancer, it came with a lot of emotional wisdom. And as a fire sign, while I'm not saying that that's difficult for you, it could have felt a little all-consuming, unless you have a lot of water placements. But I feel like it changed you. Six of Swords. Ace of Cups reversed. You're solving a lot of your own fucking problems. You know, like let's just be honest, right? And it can feel like you feel as though you're not just responsible for yourself, but you're responsible for others, right? And to an extent, yes, like maybe you have people that are counting on you. But I want you guys to be careful because you may take empathy to a new height. Like you may start to you know, I don't know, blame yourself for how others feel about things. And it's like, you can't always do that, right? You can take responsibility for your own actions. So I would just be cautious of that. But with that Six of Swords, it seems like whatever this is that you're completing this week, it's kind of like bringing you some level of internal peace because it is done, whatever it is. And it's something that has felt maybe heavy for a while, but this week you seem to be completing it and you seem to be more at peace. And I think a lot of you have a lot more self-love because of it. Aww. Which I don't think was easy. You know, I don't think it was easy. I don't think that that was easy for you to find because there was something or someone that made you feel like you couldn't love yourself or you were unlovable or something like that, which is not the case. Eight of Cups reversed, the Knight of Swords. You may get some communication from someone this week from the past. It looks like they're trying to figure something out or ask you a question about what? The Ace of Wands reversed. Do you still like me? Okay, it may be that. Or somebody may want to know if you're still on board with your guys' attraction towards one another, maybe, or it can be something that maybe you and this person had started and it like ended up being a false start or something like that. Can I get more? Of course, that can't be you doing that, but Knight of Wands reversed and the Nine of Swords. Okay, for some of you, I want to say don't let somebody guilt trip you. Okay, if that's a thing. Why the Nine of Swords? The Seven of Swords. I heard, are you avoiding me? I'm getting like a lot of weird, it's almost like somebody else is talking to me, but it's not you. It doesn't feel like you. It can be you. But it didn't feel like that initially. This person is kind of all over the place. Like they have a lot of questions. This is definitely somebody from the past. They have a lot of questions. And they're really in their head a lot, especially because they either think that you're hiding something or they think you're avoiding something, or it's that they're afraid you're going to find something out. Okay, so it depends on your personal situation. Hmm. how does this person feel about Leo? Just so I can, or how does Leo feel about this person? Just so I can understand who the fuck this is, or you can understand, I guess. Your feelings for this person, Page of Cups reversed. You feel like a victim. Four of Wands reversed. You feel like insecure around this person, or this person has made you feel like a victim, or they made you feel like you're not welcome in their life, or you're like, don't want them around you, maybe. Like, this thing has just gone round and round and like in a, like, very stuck. That's none of my business. The King of Wands. Well, that's you. Whether you're a male or a female, it doesn't matter. So this is all about your confidence, your entrepreneurial spirit, getting your mojo back, letting the old shit die and rebuilding yourself all over again. Oh, the Fool reverse is behind that as well. Don't make decisions from a place of anxiety. Okay, I just want to say that. Not saying that you're going to be anxious this week or whatever, but don't make decisions from that place, because it may just be coming from a place of insecurity, or maybe it's like anxious attachment style, or or just a lack of confidence, or insecurity. And there may be a moment when you're like, oh my god, this makes me feel fulfilled, and really ask yourself, is it really making you feel fulfilled, or is it just validating you in the moment? Because you may like want to give in to something, so just be cautious. Let it burn. Okay, I don't know what that means. Well, actually, let's see. What's the Tower? The Eight of Wands. Something about your mindset may need to change. Something about what you've known. I feel like a message is going to come in out of nowhere. It's going to like throw you off. But this is about making sure to honor your own sense of sovereignty. Like, don't be a dick, right? But don't come off your throne either. Okay? You know what I'm saying? That's what I have for you. Let's do Virgo. Okay. What's up, Mojo? What's up, Lynn? What's up, Lay? All right, Virgo. What's going on for Virgo this week? Show me their energy. Oh, okay. Queen of Cups. Some of y'all are in a relationship, or maybe you're in love. Or it can just be that you're very much in this energy. That's Cancer. It can be very much that you're in this very like receptive, feminine energy, even if you're a man. Page of Wands, Seven of Wands reversed. Tell me about that Seven of Wands reversed. The Nine of Pentacles reversed. A lot of you have you've either overcompensated in relationships in your life or just felt like you've had to overcompensate for whatever reason. Maybe you felt like you weren't good enough or you didn't have enough money or you didn't, I don't know, whatever the issue was, right? But you're kind of done with that Seven of Wands reverse. I feel like you're done feeling like you need to compete or compare or whatever the case may be. You're just trying to approach life or relationships or relationship with a little bit more lightheartedness while still opening yourself up to connection, creativity, all of those things. You're really listening to your intuition, and it kind of feels like you're rebuilding your passion in some way. What are we doing with that? Yeah, look, Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. I feel like you're maybe having a really good conversation with someone, or you're becoming more clear in regards to what you want regarding love or how you want to create, right? Whether you're like an artist or a writer or whatever it may be. Tell me about that Page of Wands. The Ace of Wands. Yeah, brand new. It can be a brand new connection for some of you, a brand new relationship, or you're just venturing out. You just feel like fucking motivated to just be you. Right? You're kind of dipping your toe in the water and a couple of different things and, you know, whatever. And I feel like a lot of you guys with the South Node in your sign for so long, it's like you've been kind of forced to look at old identities, how you've built yourself, old karmic patterns, old mentalities, whatever it may be. And, you know, but see, the thing is, the South Node can be a drain, yes, but it can also bring you back to yourself as well. In my opinion, it can bring you back. Like this South Node in the fifth house for me, it brought back like a lot of my inner child. It brought back a lot of my creativity, you know. And so like that can be it as well. And I'm kind of feeling like that for you also this week. Ooh, some of you guys are in a relationship or you're entering a relationship. Okay. Or it's that you are just feeling very connected to people. Like this is a lot of emotional stability for one read. A lot of emotional stability, a lot of support, whether that's romantic or maybe it's support regarding your work or whatever. I would be cautious though. Okay, with that Eight of Pentacles reverse and the Ace of Pentacles reverse, maybe there's a relationship in your life and it's like, oh my God, this feels so good. But it's like, what are we building? What are we building? Because it may feel like gooey and awesome and all of that, but it's also like, what are we building long term? Like what is, are we stabilizing something? Is it stable or is it just like we're going off of love? For others of you, you may get a little bit distracted or you may find yourself kind of veering away from your responsibilities a little bit this week. And like sometimes it's all good, you know what I mean? But I feel like a lot of you guys, maybe you're getting bored with some kind of career path. Maybe you want something a little bit more fulfilling. Yeah, see, the death card. You want some kind of change, I feel. Or there's some kind of change happening in regards to your work or like what you do for work or how you make money maybe. But for those of you that are like entering a relationship or something like that, I would just make sure that there's an actual goal that we're working towards and we're not just like, you know, staying in Deluluville in the clouds and like washing each other's feet every Saturday or whatever the fuck. I don't know, whatever. Okay. Page of Cups reversed. The Death card. The Six of Pentacles. Okay. There's something that I'm getting about you guys and your maturity level in relationships. Okay. For some of you, okay, Maybe it's that you find that you overshare, okay? Or maybe you find that you overgive. Or maybe you find that you manipulate sometimes, or we all do, right? Or maybe you play the victim, or maybe, you know, like whatever it may be, or maybe you accept a lot of people like that into your life. It's like, yeah, something about that needs to change. Like your ability to receive and give and connect with people on emotional level, something about that is evolving or really needs to evolve. Okay? Especially when it comes to equal give and take, what somebody's bringing to you and what you're bringing to them. So keep that in mind. For some of you as well, if you're afraid that you cannot make money from your creative talents or abilities, you can. But it's going to cost you your old life. Let's move on to Libra. Okay, that's better. Wow, we went from tattooed biker girl to mom in like 5 seconds. Okay. All right, Libra. Show me. Okay, wow, that was quick. 9 of Cups. Love that already. You're very fulfilled this week. Like you may be getting something. 10 of Swords. Okay. That's not really phasing you though. What's that 10 of Swords about? The King of Cups reverse. Somebody is a bullshitter. They're a liar, a scammer, a schemer. Okay. Or you just feel like somebody is really not emotionally available, maybe. Or for some of you, you've been wanting to be loved so bad and you just kind of like are over it. You're like, whatever. If somebody's gonna love me, that's fine. For now, I'm gonna love myself. Because we have that 9 of Cups, the 10 of Swords, and the Ace of Swords. So you're having a lot of clarity around an ending, and you're starting brand new after the ending, or after feeling betrayed in some way, or feeling at a loss when it comes to love or when it comes to a specific person in your life. But it's really not, I'm not saying it's not phasing you at all, because then you'd have to be ignorant to just never be affected by things, but you're okay. Like you're very content with where you're at in life. You feel fulfilled whether or not this person, place, or thing is in your life or not. And so, if anything, it's giving you more clarity in regards to what you do want and what you don't. I don't know. This feels like breaking free from an old belief. Because there's something or someone that you felt wasn't being vulnerable with you, or you couldn't even be yourself around. And you're like, yeah, I don't want to fucking live like that, or something to that effect. The Chariot. We have Cancer and Scorpio here. Yeah, something isn't working. You're realizing that something is fake, or you're realizing that something is It's full of shit, basically. And I feel like you're actively choosing to disconnect from a person to follow something else. You're letting it go. You're burning it down. You're letting it crash and burn. Why the Tower? The Hangman. Because it's been up in the air forever. You're like, yeah, no. You know, and I also think that your perspective has completely changed on whatever situation this is. Why the Two of Cups reversed? The Two of Swords, because you felt like, again, it wasn't going anywhere. We're stuck in the same place because we're acting dumb, or somebody else is acting dumb, or somebody's being avoidant, or we're avoiding a bigger truth here. And you're like, oh my God, just forget it. You know, that's what I'm getting. Yellow Death right behind there. I'm also feeling like somebody can't believe that you're disconnecting. Or that you don't care. Or whatever. You seem to be all the happier for it. I don't know. Libra, I don't think you don't seem affected by something as much as I think someone else is expecting you to feel affected. Because I feel like you're kind of carving out a new path for yourself. But you also understand that in order to do that, you have to let go of something else that just wasn't working. Oops, too many. King of Wands. What's that Page of Swords reversed about? Seven of Pentacles. Okay. I'm getting something about being realistic when it comes to finances in your life. Like, don't fully invest into something, whether it's a new job or a career or whatever, before you have your chips in order. Okay. So with that Page of Swords reverse, that can be where we have a lack of information, but we're just spending a bunch of money on it anyway, or we're over giving in a relationship anyway. You know how they say like a crush is just a lack of information? You know what I mean? Apply that to other things as well. Because that's how I felt about tarot, right? Like when I started it, I was like, oh my God, I'm obsessed. This is incredible. And like, it comes with its fucking things, bitch. You know, it comes with its things. So it's like, and I'm not saying that should deter you from wanting something, but don't assume. Don't assume that you have all of the information before you make the definitive decision to fully invest or give to something or someone. That is what I have for you. Time to do Scorpio. Let me get a hair tie real quick. I want to put my hair up. What's up, Monica? So you guys, if it's on the live and the timestamps aren't available yet and you want to see the sign, keep in mind it's right up here. Okay, so I keep it right up here, so it's not hard to find it. Oh, guys, that'll have to do. That'll have to do. All right. You look good in bangs. Thanks. I really like it. Aw, Lori, thank you. I love you. Thank you so much. Okay. Scorpio. Okay. Scorpio. Oh my God, I forgot to freaking. Such an idiot. Idiot. Total moron. I forgot to start the event on Hipsy. Oh, well, that's okay. Okay. All right. Thanks, Mojo. Thanks, Francesco. Scorpio. Really? You guys are showing up as a masculine. Okay, so for my feminines, for my feminines, it may be reversed. The death card. Showing up as your major arcana. You're going through a huge emotional shift that I wanted to say may not feel like your own. I don't know why I'm getting that. But something about you is being forced to change on an emotional level. And it feels deep. I almost want to say treacherous. It feels like a lot. It's something that is out of your control. You know that. And so now you have a choice on how you're going to deal with it. You're kind of emotionally shutting down. You're emotionally shutting down a little bit. Too many. Until you're not. You were building something in the past. You may have felt like what you had to offer wasn't enough. Something didn't work out. You were rejected. Shit got weird. I don't know. But it's interesting that you're going from the King of Cups reversed to the Page of Cups after the death. So after an ending, it's almost like you're evolving backwards. You're starting again without the baggage, with a more open mind. You know, even if this is just like as an adult, you just carried a lot of emotional baggage and something outside. I'm going to clarify that, death. Something outside of you was kind of forcing you to get back in touch with your emotional self or that inner child before you like basically got so fucked up. Okay. Okay. I thought I had steak in my teeth. I was like, oh my God, I've been sitting here laughing the whole time with steak in my teeth. No. Okay, let me see that death card. Yeah, Two of Swords. But how is the death manifesting in real time? Ooh, Five of Wands. Some kind of drama or conflict is forcing you to change, forcing an ending, something that you've been avoiding for a long time, and now it's here. And now it's asking you to look at it. Maybe you don't have to name it, but you do have to look at it. And I think you're handling it well. The Nine of Cups reversed. I would be cautious of like negative coping mechanisms and things like that. I do have steak in my teeth. Ew, I can feel it. Disgusting. We'll fix that in a second. Why the Eight of Swords? The Sun reversed. Like, who are you without these things that have made you feel fulfilled before? Like, sorry, that's driving me crazy. Okay, I just couldn't work like that. Okay, sorry, I had to get that out. I'm so sorry. Anyway, who are you without these other coping mechanisms? Who are you without these things that made you feel like you were fulfilled before, but it was just like a cheap thrill? You know, like porn, doom scrolling, drinking, smoking. Like there's some way that you've dealt with something emotionally before, the way that you've dealt with things that made you feel empty, but yet you felt like you couldn't detach from it. And now you're kind of figuring that out because it does fucking drain you. Like it has drained you. You know, maybe it was like male or female validation, or something. It's like, ugh. But every time that interaction just made you feel empty inside. That's what's going on. That's the real tea. That's what it feels like is going on. Six of Swords reversed. Five of Cups reversed. Three of Swords. Oh, baby. Why the Three of Swords? The Ace of Swords reverse. Ooh, I'm getting very much like a lost in the dark. I mean, there's a lot of unfinished business that I think you have with things or people or a person or whatever. And if I'm being honest, you may have to sometimes resolve that on your own. Okay. Like there's a golden nugget that you have that it may not, like in the moment when we're going through something and we feel this pain or we feel this whatever, like we can't always see what is to gain from it, right? First we have to feel our way through it. But there is a huge like golden nugget that you can extract from this. But sometimes that means you have to look at it. You have to look at past patterns. You have to look at what has needed to change. What did you involve yourself in that made you feel fulfilled at the time, but it ended up being like it's like when you're hungry, you're truly hungry, and instead you just eat like a piece of candy. It may kind of like soothe something for the moment, but you need sustenance. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of the pain may be coming from a lack of information, or feeling like you're kind of lost in the dark a little bit, or something like that. You're stronger than you think you are. And I mean, you guys are Scorpios. I mean, you guys are very strong people. You guys are like the fire water signs of the zodiac. I really want you to trust yourself, okay? I want you to trust yourself. As corny as it sounds, I want you to listen to what that inner child of yours needs, because he or she needs something. Not whatever this is. That's not what your inner child needs. It's something else. That's what I have for you, Scorpio. When are we at Scorps never not cooked? Yeah, my chart ruler is in Scorpio conjunct Pluto, and while it makes for really good sex, it really sucks. I think the suckiest part about having my chart ruler Venus in Scorpio conjunct Pluto. Pluto is my seventh house ruler, and also Mars, my seventh house ruler, has full like control over that Venus, because Mars and Pluto rules Scorpio. I really hate that. Oh, you mean the god of war and the god of death have absolute uh seniority or whatever over my chart ruler? Yeah, go fuck yourself. Literally hate that. What a shitty deal. Okay, Sag. Okay, Sagittarius. Three of Wands reverse. Somebody pissed in your Cheerios. A plan, a decision, something that you were trying to do, something that maybe you wanted, didn't work out or doesn't seem to be working out. You seem to be pretty frustrated by it, if I'm going to be honest. With that Three of Wands and that Five of Swords, it feels like you either want revenge or you want it so bad you're willing to kind of force it. Or you're willing to even play mind games. I mean, I hate to say that, Sag, right? Like, please don't think I'm hating on Sages. My mom, my daughter, my best friend who I have matching tattoos with is a Sag, okay? I'm not. I know some people, when I have one bad reading on a sign, they're like, oh my God, she hates Capricorns. I don't give a fuck, babe. I really don't. So please don't think that I'm doing that. But the Five of Swords is like when we're willing to do things that maybe we shouldn't in order to get our way. Okay. Well, that's good. Thank God. Eight of Cups. That's good. Because you may be tempted to. Actually, let me see what that Five of Swords is before I run my stupid mouth. Yeah. You may be tempted because you seem to be annoyed. Okay. To put it lightly, you're annoyed. You're frustrated that something didn't work out. I'm going to clarify that Three of Wands as well. And you may have a moment where you're like, okay, you want to fuck with me? You want to play this game? Let's play this game. And you may find yourself wielding or wanting to wield your power in maybe a way you shouldn't. Okay. But then you have a moment and you're like, this is crazy. I'm going to go ahead and head out. You're like, maybe I won't put toothpaste in this guy's Oreos. And my ex did that. He was an Aquarius, and him and his best friend lived together. They pranked each other all the time. He ended up taking apart every single Oreo in this guy's thing and putting toothpaste in them instead. Okay. That's where I got that from. So fucking funny. Anyway. Yeah, because it's like see, you kind of have this like light and dark moment about you where you're like, okay, let's F around and find out, right? Let me hold on to this grudge. Let me get stuck on it and lose my mind. But then you're kind of like, you know what? No. Let me just back off. Why the Three of Wands reversed? Three of Swords. Oh, shit. Did you get your heart broken? You might feel a little heartbroken, okay? You're like a little frustrated, you know what I'm saying? You're a little frustrated. This can be like, this can be something where you try really hard to like bodybuild or weightlift or something and you end up like, cracking a knee a little too hard and then you're like, "Oh," and you try to push through it and it's like, "No, time for you to no. No, time for you to give up here just for a second. Maybe take it easy." Doesn't have to be that though. What's up, Pravia? Okay, the Knight of Cups. I like that. The Three of Pentacles. See, when something else doesn't work out, it's because something else is supposed to. The Three of Cups. I love it. Is that Knight of Cups Sagittarius? Just yes or no? Yes. Okay. So you seem to be opening yourself up to reconciliation, coming together with others, collaboration, friendships. You're really opening up your heart and your creative spirit to be able to work with others or find people that you feel resonate with you. Okay. So whether this is you are trying to work with people on creative matters, maybe you're a social media beast and you're trying to collaborate with other people on your tarot channel or whatever it is, like you're really opening yourself up to this. Now, maybe for some of you, if this is about a past person, it can definitely be you taking action towards somebody that you're wanting to reconnect with. I could see that as well. Because maybe there's a little bit of holding on. Okay. Let's see some more. Queen of Cups reverse. I'm not saying you have to be an idiot. Just try to allow yourself to receive while still maintaining your discernment. Okay. So just because we can be receptive, emotionally perceptive, and welcoming doesn't mean that we have to allow ourselves to be taken advantage of. Or for some of you, it may be trust issues that you're needing to work on. Seven of Wands reverse. I'd be cautious of like getting emotionally defensive this week, okay? Because you may find yourself going there because of like what you've been through. It's kind of asking you to let water be water under the bridge, or to learn your lesson and stop repeating cycles around emotional situations. Like, don't try to force an outcome, is what I want to say. That's what I have for you, Sag. You're welcome, Terry, Truth, or Nikki. Two more shuffles, and then we're going to go to Capricorn. Caparoonie. I've never said that in my fucking life. I am so sorry. Okay. All right, Capricorn. Damn, Mojo. All right, let's see Capricorn. You should definitely have food delivered. Ooh, Devil reversed. Your major arcana. Okay. Six of Cups reverse. There's been some kind of grudge that you've been holding, or some kind of childhood pattern that's not working for you anymore. Whatever it is, you're empowering yourself by detaching from it. There's an awareness of your shadow. And when you have an awareness of your shadow, you're able to stare it right in the face and actually do something about it. And that's what I see you kind of doing. For some of you, it can be a grudge that you're holding around a specific person. Maybe you keep thinking of all of the bad memories and all of these things. Ten of Wands, but you're also realizing it's not doing you any favors and it's become a little bit burdensome, if I'm going to be honest. For some of you, if you know, you're interested in like two feminines or something like that, okay, then that can also be like maybe trying to decide between the old and the new or something like that. But for others of you, what's that Six of Cups reversed about? The Three of Swords, yeah. It's like you're still attached to some kind of pain. Tell me about that Ten of Wands. Five of Pentacles reverse. But you're also like doing this thing where you're taking responsibility for your part in things. And that doesn't necessarily mean that you did anything bad or you hurt anybody or you manipulated or you cheated or anything like that. But you are just taking responsibility for how you got to this point. And dare I say, you may even be taking responsibility for somebody else's feelings about you. Like, yeah, well, I guess that's why I get why they feel that way about me. Or, you know, maybe it is past childhood trauma or something like that. And you are kind of carrying the weight of it, but you also realize that there is a light at the end of the tunnel and you are seeing that and you are keeping the faith, which if anything is helping you get out of that mentality, or it's helping you detach from some kind of mentality that isn't serving you anymore. Tell me about that Devil reversed. Yeah, the Death, see? I mean, to me, this is you initiating the change. I don't think it's happening outside of you. I think the change is happening within you, and I think that you are the fire starter in the best way possible. It's like you're purifying something. Wow, okay. The Six of Wands reversed, the Judgment and the Four of Wands reversed. Page of Cups, Eight of Swords. Closure is happening. Hmm? Closure is being brought to your door. You're going to have an opportunity to reconcile with something or someone, but I don't know if you are really opening yourself up to that. How is Capricorn responding to this? The Queen of Swords reverse. Yeah, I don't think you're really opening yourself up to it. I mean, like, it's there, but you're kind of keeping your cards close to the chest. You may feel uncomfortable or not really wanting to let someone in your space, but like you kind of are. It feels like you're letting someone into your space, but it also feels like you're a little closed off at the same time, which is like maybe that's reasonable. How else is Capricorn responding to this? What's done is done. It kind of feels like closure. I don't really feel like you're saying anything. I also kind of feel like you're making this I kind of feel like if it's not necessarily about love or whatever, or a person, it can be that like you feel like you're not really getting recognition for something that you're putting effort into, which is making you a little bit maybe annoyed or upset or something like that. But it's saying like patience, because this is Saturn. This is what's being brought outside of you. There's an accomplishment or someone or something is giving you the opportunity to finish or complete something that, to be honest with you, is a major success, but it's like it may not be showing up in the real world yet. So, you finish your book, you send it out, somebody wants to take you on and publish through their company. Okay, but nobody really knows about it yet. It's more of like a private thing, right? Your book isn't released yet or whatever. Okay, but you may be feeling a little bit insecure about it. And I also feel like it's going to cost you something. It's going to cost you something that you were emotionally attached to. It's going to cost you, like, for instance, you can get like a your dream job or something like that. It was like an example I gave another sign very similar. And you get your dream job, they tell you have to move across country, but you realize that like the ex that you always hoped that you would be with is lives in the same state, and you're gonna have to leave forever or whatever the fuck, and you're like, oh damn. But it's like it wasn't really working out anyway. So it's like, is it really that big of a loss or something like that? Or maybe it's a job or whatever. Your advice, Queen of Wands. I need you to show up and show the fuck out. Like, I need you to show up. I need you to be confident. I need you to, like, there's something that you have. There's some kind of talent or something that you've accomplished or you're accomplishing, and it's like you need to show up and you need to do it instead of just like keeping things to yourself. I'm not saying like you got to tell everybody about everything, but yeah, I feel like you need to come out of your little hidey hole, or you need to show the world something. Not that you owe them anything, but that's what I'm getting. That's what I have for you, Capricorn. Let's do Aquarius. What's up, India? Thanks. What's up, Magnetic Magic? Love you right back. Have you guys seen um Worst Ex Ever? Have you guys seen those shows on Netflix? Oh my god. Please tell me that someone has seen that. Ugh. After this, I need to get some water. Send me Aquarius for this week. Nine of Wands reverse. You got a lot of energy. You may have a lot of ideas, a lot of passions, a lot of talents, and you just like, you're kind of all over the place. You don't really know where to put it here. You know, it can't just be like you're scatterbrained and you have all these things that you want to do. And, you may be having a hard time making a choice, or, maybe it's in regards to love. You're like, oh God, you could be kind of a little inconsistent, frolicking around, going from person to person maybe, or from idea to idea, and not really making a choice because you may not really be in the right mindset to figure out who's really for you or what path is really for you, what is authentic to you. And it's really, at the end of the day, about who or what lights you up the most, but also at the same time, you were able to say this person or this idea or this path is genuinely authentic to me. This is what I would die on a hill for, or this is what I truly believe in. That's the thing that you need to focus on or be taking action towards. Six of Swords reverse. You're kind of in stuck mode a little bit. I'm just getting like, yeah, very indecisive. Eight of Swords, Judgment reverse. You seem to be very indecisive. What's that Lovers reversed about? The Seven of Cups reversed and the Death card. Again, this is about choices. This is about choices, and it's either sticking with a past thing, an old way of doing something, an old way of thinking, whatever, versus the new, versus the evolved version of yourself, or the decision that your higher self would make for you. Because you're kind of stuck between those things. The Six of Pentacles. I feel like you're getting some kind of financial support this week, or you may be going back to an old way of making money. Yeah, you keep going back. You're like all over the place this week. You're all over this place. It can be in regards to love as well. Keep that in mind. Six of Pentacles, Eight of Cups reverse, and the Two of Pentacles reverse. Are you giving to something just because you're settling on it? Or are you giving to it because it's what you genuinely want to give to because it gives back to you? What is this doing for you? And are you just going back to something because you feel like you can't emotionally regulate something else? Or because you feel like a lot of your emotional life or your fears are kind of up in the air? Or are you making decisions based? Are you making fear-based decisions? Because this to me is a lot about choices. This is a lot about reality versus comfort. Three of Wands reversed. The Nine of Pentacles reversed. Like, I want you to ask yourself when you are like, let's say it's this, right? Let's say that you are dating around, right? And that's fine. People date. That's what human beings do, right? But then I want you to ask yourself, how thin are you spreading yourself? Or and what for? What is this giving you? Is it giving you a sense of validation? Is it, you know, are you, and if it's not about love necessarily, are you spreading yourself thin in regards to creative projects or careers or something like that because you're trying to prove something to yourself or to somebody else? Because you want to prove that even though something didn't work out, you can still make it work, or you can still be this person that people expect you to be, or because it's like, I don't even really know why you're doing something anymore. Wheel of Fortune. It's just a familiarity pattern. So you have to ask yourself, what would you die on a hill for real? That's the decision. Okay? Like, if this were me, you know, like, if I decided I don't have to prove anything to fucking anybody anymore, and I'm not going to repeat patterns just because it's familiar, I would just go be a writer and say fuck everybody, right? Now, I'm not saying go give up your job, but like, I would die on that hill, or I would, you know what I mean? Like, dedicate yourself to something because it's for you, not because it's what other people expect of you. or just what you've been doing for a long time. Does that make sense? I'm not telling anybody to quit their fucking job, okay? Don't do that. All right, let's see. Let's do Pisces now. Knock some of the energy out of that cards. Let's do Pisces. Hello, Pisces. Ace of Wands. Gave me two. I'm going to take them. Judgment reversed. Nine of Swords. Getting this energy of like you wondering if you're misinterpreting something. What are we walking away from with Pisces? The Knight of Wands. It can be a fire sign. Okay. Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. But it can't just be somebody who is younger than you or you feel like is maybe less mature. Can be that you're walking away from something or someone that you were passionate about at one point. One more. Seven of Pentacles. Something that you were invested in. Or someone that you were invested in. The court cards, which are the page, the knights, the queens, and the kings, are usually a representation of people. Why, though? Why are we walking away? Ooh, the High Priestess reversed. You may feel like this person is hiding something from you, or you may feel like you don't really see the potential. It can also be that you are listening to somebody else's opinion about said person. And you're like, yeah, you know, and this said person can be influencing you, or said people can be influencing you to walk away. But you're motivated. You're motivated to start brand new. It's like you're not wanting to really revisit the past with that Judgment reversed. But you're concerned. Why are we concerned? The Star reversed. I'm wondering if you think you're making a mistake. You're starting to lose hope in the very thing you're walking away from, but not as like a person, as a concept. Like, for instance, if you just had to walk away from love or something like that, you're like, oh, God, I just don't think love's gonna work out for me, or something like that. It's like you're starting to lose the belief. What's the Judgment reversed? The Moon reversed. You're trying to overcome some kind of emotional fear, and you're trying because you're trying to trust the decision that you're making, and you're trying to overcome the fear that you're making the wrong decision. You're trying to like trust your own decision is what it feels like to me. All right, that was too many. Ace of Pentacles reverse. Yeah, something isn't working. Something that you were invested in, something that may have felt like a lot of work, kind of. Ten of Cups. Ten of Pentacles. Why the Ace of Pentacles reversed? The Page of Pentacles. For some of you, this is really specific, okay? For some of you, there may be like an age gap factor here, okay? That's just for some of you. That's why like something isn't really working out, or... Okay, that's for a very few of you. I don't get it. What does Pisces want with this? The Hierophant. What does this person want with Pisces? The Hermit reverse. Somebody wants you to come out of your fucking hidey hole and you want a relationship with someone? What is going on? What? I'm so confused. Why is Pisces walking away again? The Devil reversed. Either a secret came out, or you're not trusting this, or you're trying to detach from this because there's some kind of like obsession or toxic connection here. What the fuck? Some of you may be giving up on an opportunity to be with someone else, or just focus on yourself and family, maybe. All right, you guys are pissing me off. What's the advice for this? The Temperance reverse. Don't overdo it. Don't lose your patience. Don't try to be self-righteous for some of you. The Five of Pentacles. Okay, honey. I need you to find contentment in letting go. I feel like you're having a hard time doing that. I feel like you just need to kind of slow down, find some level of peace, even in the even if it feels empty. Try to make some changes, or end something for now, and try to open yourself up to new ideas or new concepts of things. This is a weird reading for me. It feels very complex. It feels very like emotionally charged, or a little all over the place. Like somebody wants you to come out of your hidey hole, and like this person wants a commitment with you. Someone feels like you're being stubborn and you're being critical. And you care too much about what other people think or something. Whatever. I don't know. I don't know if this is resonating for anybody, but that's what I have. Really weird reading. Definitely the weirdest reading of the day. That's what I have for you, Pisces. Thanks a lot. Maybe I want to get my little ghost cards now. All right. Let me go ahead and get some water. Let me take a pee. Then we will do super chat questions. Okay. So if you want a book, just go ahead and click the link. It's the pinned comment. like sometimes men get so offended by like little videos I make on Instagram. I didn't see half of them as offended as when all of those men created that Rape Academy group chat to teach men how to sexually assault their wives and girlfriends and upload the videos of it on the WhatsApp. If they were as passionate about those matters than my little 10-second Instagram videos, we'd definitely be in a different place. My God. Oh, emotional. You didn't know that, Donald? Yeah. Goodness gracious. Like, where's all that energy for the Rape Academy that men created on WhatsApp or whatever? Like, where's all that energy? You're worried about my little 10-second video, bitch. Get a fucking hobby. My goodness. Anyway, okay. Water, bathroom. Be right back. Got that? Got my sweater. Oh well. I had to get myself a little snack, you guys. Like the old days. You guys have been around that long. Which you have. Mm. Little tart. Cutely. Thanks. Underdog. Did you hear in the beginning of the video when I said I was teaching myself sign language? I taught myself the sign language alphabet last night. I'm so proud of myself. Blackberries. No, not dates. Ah, I'm so proud of myself. A, B, C. I always mess that one up. I think this is D. D. E. F. G. H. I. J. K. L. M. N. O. P. Q. R. S. T. U. V. W. X. Y. Z. They look ripe. They are, baby. If you only knew. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. I can't help myself. Letter J is totally fun. What does that mean? I I was saying P is really easy because I think it goes like it's like this. This is P, and it reminds me of penis. P, you know. This is learn. Father, mother, thank you. I think this is no, don't, and doesn't. Please. What's up? This means sign, I think. This means deaf. How long did it take to learn it? I don't know, maybe 20 minutes. Looks like something else. Well, it's fun because I thought, like, how cool would it be to do some of my poetry in sign language? That'd be so cool. I thought it was so beautiful. Like, I saw, the whole reason I was talking about earlier is because I'm reading this dark romance book, and the main male character, he's not deaf, but he's mute, and he does sign language. And I was like, and I started thinking about it. I was like, and I don't know why, but I thought, no, it's because I saw someone signing what he was saying in here to the woman he loves, right? And the way she like translated in sign language what it would look like him saying it in sign language, because he does sign language in the book. And I thought, wow, that looks so beautiful. And I thought, what if I did some of my poetry in sign language? I think that would be so attractive. I don't know why. It was just really sexy. Although I'd probably look like I was throwing up gang signs or something weird. I don't think I'd look as hot doing it, but I could try. Okay. Let's do these super chat questions. What's up, Scott? I'm good. I hope you're good as well. Okay. Number one. Man, I don't really know how to answer that question. Okay, let's see. What you need to watch out for this is actually number 4, so just FYI. Lori, I already sent 1 through 3 their stuff because they ordered before Saturday. And as promised, I said anybody who orders before Saturday will end up getting their personal video sent to them in private. So we're starting with number 4, not with 1. Okay, just FYI. So if you're confused, so number 4. Let's see. You have the King of Pentacles reversed, the Queen of Wands reversed, the Nine of Wands reversed, and the Ten of Swords. You may have a masculine and a feminine here who are trying to make you jealous for whatever reason. They could be intimidated. There can be a masculine here specifically who may be trying to use you for whatever reason. If you are this Queen of Wands reversed, they could be attempting to try to make you jealous or to try to get you to give up. Okay, why is why? Why is that? The Two of Wands. But why though? The Six of Wands reversed, the Six of Swords. It can be somebody who has some kind of plan to try to make you so insecure that you dim your own light in some way. Like it can be somebody who's trying to wear you out, or in an extreme case, maybe ruin your reputation. I don't think it's that deep. It can just be somebody who's trying to make you feel insecure, or who's trying to get you to not show up as you usually do, because maybe they have some kind of issue. It's almost like they want you hidden. Not really sure why that is. Advice for this? Don't let this deter you. In my humble opinion, I feel like with that Five of Pentacles reverse, somebody is maybe trying to trigger some kind of insecurities that you have, whether it's around abandonment, self-worth, self-value issues, something like that. But it's asking you not to allow it to demotivate you. Okay? Because I feel like that's what somebody may be trying to do. They may be trying to use your insecurities or something like that. What's next in love? Eight of Pentacles reversed. Ace of Pentacles reversed. It's either the same shit, different day that doesn't really work out because it's not grounded in reality. Or it's that nothing's really meeting your standards. That's too many. You can't, it seems like something isn't really matching up, not really meeting your standards. Five of Cups reverse. There can be some kind of forgiveness or reconciliation here, but it doesn't really feel like it goes anywhere. You may get a reality check. Someone may end up confessing something to you, and you're like, oh, damn, and like reality kind of sets in. So, and I know that sounds really shitty and like not positive, but I'm just going to tell you what's on the table, right? Advice. The Six of Pentacles, only equal give and take. Or somebody who's generous with you. If that's like a love message. Chariot reversed. Strength. Don't try to force something because you fear losing it. Okay? It's asking you to hold tight. Keep your worth intact. Don't do anything that's going to make you compromise your own sense of worth. And also, you may have fear around going after something. You don't need to be fearful. You need to be courageous, and you just need a little bit of time. Because something may not be the perfect time right now, but it doesn't mean it's never gonna be the time. So I don't know what that means for you specifically. That's what I have for you, number 4. Thank you. What's up, number 5? What's hidden from you? All right, let's see. A test. Wheel of Fortune reverse. Some kind of test. I feel like it might have something to do with that Mercury retrograde. Yeah, look, 8 of Cups reversed. Then we got the 8 of Cups reversed. Wheel of Fortune reversed, 8 of Cups reversed. What is this in regards to? Ooh, Justice reverse. Wheel of Fortune reverse and Justice reverse is like bad karma. Okay. So, I mean, unless that's happening to you and how you deal with it, then it's like somebody else just coming back and like repeating some kind of like past issue. Somebody who maybe not have the best intentions. What's this person's intent, or what is the Wheel of Fortune reversed about? The Ace of Cups reverse, it could be emotional. It could be your own emotional patterns, in all honesty, and you kind of like throwing your own needs or desires out the window because of somebody else's needs, or something not being equal but still giving to it anyway. Allowing yourself to settle in a situation even though it doesn't feel right to you. It feels like it's more of a test. It could be like a court case, okay, if you're dealing with anything like that. But other than that, tell me about that Justice reversed. The 6 of Pentacles. It's something's imbalanced. It could be something financial, okay, as well. But it could be a lesson where you either settle for something or you don't. And based upon your decision is like what the outcome is going to be. And with that Justice reverse and that 6 of Pentacles reverse, it can be like it can be a financial situation or where something is not equal. But it's like you're revisiting it anyway because it's a familiar pattern. It can also be like a way of thinking. But you can be being a little bit illogical with your finances, or there can be some issues coming up with finances. Like, I would just be cautious of your money. Okay, and like how you're spending your money, what you're doing with your money, how you're making it, whatever the fuck. Yeah, see, Temperance reversed at the bottom of the deck. Maybe like a debt or something? What's going on for the rest of June for my number 5? Ten of Swords, god damn. Why is that there? The Three of Swords. Can I get one more on that Ten of Swords? Four of Wands reverse. Honestly, it feels like you feel shut out by somebody. You know, because that Ten of Swords is like something you're experiencing, which can feel like a betrayal or some kind of ending that really fucking hurts. Because it feels like you're being shut out by like a family member or a friend or somebody. You know, and you may, yeah, it feels like you're being shut out. But why? The Knight of Swords, because either something that you say or something that someone finds out. I'm getting something about that full moon in Capricorn at the end of June. I would keep a close eye on that full moon in Capricorn. What about July for my number 5? Page of Swords reverse. Lovers reversed. Goodness gracious. Ten of Pentacles reversed. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. Alrighty. Before I say anything else, can I just get some advice for this person before I interpret those cards? You need to take a chill pill. Okay, I don't know why. I don't know what it is. How are you coping? How are you spending your money? How are you treating your body? What kind of relationships are you allowing into your life, and where is that coming from? Do they reflect the person that you were? Do they reflect negative emotions? Do they reflect good emotions? You know, where is that coming from? Because something needs to change and something needs to evolve. And that Page of Swords reverse with the Lovers reverse and the Ten of Pentacles reverse, I mean, goodness gracious, you know, it's like, I really want you to be very cautious of the decisions that you're making or the decisions that you're not making, because it could either put you in the best place of your life or like the worst. And I know that sounds really nefarious and kind of dark and weird, but I'm just being very honest with you. You know me for long enough to know that I'm just going to be, but it kind of makes me feel like you may be making decisions without enough information or listening to too much of what other people are telling you, and that's what you're basing your decisions on. I would be very cautious around money. Okay? Like the decisions that you're making around financial matters, how you're spending your money, how you're making it, whatever. Because I don't know, it almost feels like in the next couple of months or month and a half or whatever, you're kind of like feeling sorry for yourself a little bit or something like that. And it's like the way that you're dealing with it isn't maybe the best. And it could put you in a really shitty situation if you're not careful. And so I would like take some time out to yourself a little bit. Focus on your mental stability. There's something about that as well. Because I'm not going to lie to you. Like you are dealing with some mental frustrations and maybe a little bit of pain. Now, I'm not trying to predict anything, but it can be like you know, you suffer some kind of physical injury. That could be the Ten of Swords with the Three of Swords with the Four of Wands reverse. And, you know, sometimes that the Four of Wands reverse can be like, oh, you know, I got injured and now I have to stay at home, you know, because that's your advice is like taking a fucking chill pill. You know what I mean? So I don't know. That was weird, but love ya. Love you and best of luck. Okay. I hate having to give readings like that. Like, who the fuck wants to hear that? You know what I mean? Okay. Last shuffle. Alrighty. Number 6. Oh, thanks, babe. Oh, that makes me so happy. I'm so proud of you, number 6. Good for you. Good for you, baby. I love to see my babies win one, you know what I mean? All right, let's see. Not everybody's going to agree with you or support what it is that you're doing. Okay? So don't force it. Don't force people to see the vision. Don't force people to understand. Either they do or they don't. And what I found a lot of the times is when you kind of carve or follow your own path, people eventually catch up because then you prove it, right? Then you prove that you made the right decision, and now everybody wants to act like they were behind it the whole time and they believed in you the whole time, right? So you may encounter something like that. Maybe you're encountering something like that right now, but just try to keep that in mind. Minnie. 4 of Wands, the Star. Whatever this is that you're doing, have fun doing it. Try not to forget why you started, why it's authentic to you. Like sometimes I've been doing this for a while. Not as long as some people, but I've been doing it for a while, okay? And sometimes I just get really fucking bored. Sometimes I get really bored. Sometimes I don't want to do it. And then I remember why I did it. And I remember how much fun I used to have reading tarot. And sometimes it's just about not taking it too seriously. It doesn't mean like don't, build on your dreams. It doesn't mean like don't build the foundation and all of those things, but just try to have as much fun with it as much as you can. Because the fun is what's going to really keep you there. The foundation is what's going to keep it there, right? So something to kind of keep in mind with that. 5 of Wands. You are going to deal with some haters or some naysayers, some people that maybe aren't going to believe in what you're saying or what you're doing, or they're going to disagree with you. That's great. That's actually a good sign that you're being authentic. If everybody agreed with you, if everybody loved what you were doing, then you would just be a people pleaser, and it would probably mean that you were just conforming yourself to fit whatever narrative people expect of you. So some conflict or some disagreement can be good. The Emperor reverse. I would specifically be cautious of a masculine individual who's trying to start shit with you or will try to start shit with you just because. Okay. The Emperor reverse with the 5 of Wands is usually a very immature masculine figure in somebody's life, or it can be you. as well, okay? But I didn't get that initially, so you're gonna have to take it as it resonates. But I got that it was someone else. Like somebody trying to humble you, somebody feeling like they don't have control over you, or they want to have control over you. It almost feels like someone who's disagreeing with you just to disagree with you. You know what I mean? Have you ever met people like that? So you might run into someone like that. Yeah, see? The devil and the sun reverse. Because I feel like this person is likely intimidated, or if you haven't met them yet, they will be intimidated by you. But I feel like it's a low key obsession because you may be accomplishing something that they have wanted to accomplish. Let's get some advice. Queen of Pentacles reverse. Don't be critical of yourself, and don't stop your progress because you can't stop harping on yourself or being picky. Seven of Swords, Two of Wands. Be very strategic. Don't tell everybody what your plan is. Don't tell everybody what you're doing. Just have the plan and go with it. Don't go with the norm. Like, don't just conform or do what it is that you've always done. Try to switch it up a lot because it's going to keep things interesting, and whatever it is that you're doing is going to get better if you try to incorporate that. I keep hearing Pluto in Aquarius for you. Pluto is transiting Aquarius. Maybe see where Pluto is transiting right now in that house of yours to, I don't know why, but I keep hearing that. I ignored it at first and I just swatted it away, but it told me it again. So something about Pluto in Aquarius. Maybe track those transits very closely. Anyway, I love you. All right, now we have number 7. Blackberry. I do have the best mods. Okay. Okay, let me see. Is he thinking of someone new? Is he thinking of number 7? I'm gonna be honest with you, number 7. That Sun and that Queen of Swords, it's absolutely possible. The Queen of Swords is a feminine person. And so when I asked if it was somebody new, I mean, for somebody new, it could be a page that would normally show up, but I feel like it might be somebody he already knows. So he's definitely thinking of someone. It may very well be somebody that makes him feel confident, makes him feel like a kid again, kind of thing. But that Queen of Swords is a person. A Queen of Swords is a person. When I asked if he's thinking about you, I got the Two of Pentacles with the Nine of Cups. I think he goes back and forth. I think he feels a little... what's the right word? Like he's weighing the pros and cons between you and him, like maybe being single with that Nine of Cups. I feel like he's pretty content with where he is, but I still feel like you check off a lot of the boxes for him that he wants in a person or that he likes in a person. So do I think he's thinking of someone new? I think it's definitely possible. I mean, I can't lie to you with that Sun and that Queen of Swords. Does he think of you? Yes. But I also feel like he's a bit content with where he is, even though you are a bit of a wish fulfillment for him. What's the advice for her? The Three of Swords. Oh, man. And the Devil. Oof. there may be some healing that needs to happen. And I hate to be that tarot reader. Oh, you got to heal. You got to heal. But I mean, the Three of Swords with the Devil says there's still some kind of pattern that you're attached to, or the pain that you're attached to. It's asking you to take a look at your shadow self, or asking you to take a look at the reality of this connection or this person, and allow yourself to, not to sound like a cliche tarot reader again, but do some kind of shadow work to kind of help you heal or overcome something. Thanks a lot, darling. All right, now we have number 8. All right, let's see. Show me this Gemini's energy towards the Sagittarius first. The Hierophant. Okay. I feel like he may want something traditional, or he does feel a commitment to you. He has a lot of hope and belief in this. I think you also help him see a different perspective, either when it comes to spiritual or religious beliefs, or commitments in general, relationships, morals, values, something like that. The Four of Swords. You're very healing for him. He may be taking a bit of a break or needing a little bit of space for whatever reason. Why that Four of Swords? The Five of Pentacles. He may have felt like you left him out, or he had to leave you out. There could be a financial component to this, or something may have felt draining. How does he see the Sagittarius? You may feel like for some reason you're a little emotionally imbalanced, or even closed off, or not thinking logically for whatever reason. What are his feelings? Does he love the Sagittarius, or love number 8 here? Ooh. Is he dealing with someone else? Because there's 2 queens here. I would be very cautious of this, okay? I'd be very cautious of that. Because that's 2 queens, okay, which can represent him being interested in 2 different people. Okay. Maybe still holding on to somebody else. Does he love her or not? The King of Wands. There's definitely a lot of passion and attraction, and all-consuming love. I don't really know about that. But passion and attraction, yeah. But he feels like you have a lot of insecurities, whether that's true or not. Whether that's true or not, that's his perspective. Those are his feelings. And he may feel bombarded by that. He may feel like you, maybe overcompensate, or you're possessive, or you're jealous, or there's just some kind of insecurities or anger that you may be holding on to that, you're having a hard time letting go of. But it's weird because his feelings are more so about your feelings than they are his own. Your advice for this? The Ace of Wands. Don't let this demotivate you. Don't stop doing what you feel passionate about. Keep your spark and your zest for life, so to speak. Don't let it stop you going to the gym or taking care of yourself or whatever. Page of Pentacles. And the Nine of Swords reverse. Listen, I don't know why, but it's telling you that you need to start something new. I'm not telling you to go start a new relationship. I'm not telling you anything like that. I'm not telling you to invite third parties. Listen, you're a grown ass person. You can do whatever you want to do. What I am saying though is you need to chase what it is that you on an individual level are passionate about, because I feel like you're really in your head with that Nine of Swords being there. The Nine of Swords is when we're worried, we're concerned, we're in our heads about things. And it's really like, I feel like you need to focus on some kind of hobby or something that you're trying to build that is personal to you, not to him and you, not to him, to you. I don't know why it's telling me that, but that's what it's telling me. Okay. Best of luck. Okay. Second, please. Sorry, hold on. Why did I not even think about that? Figure that out in a second. All right. Let me shuffle. Okay. Number 9. Ten of Pentacles reverse. Six of Pentacles. Why the Ten of Pentacles reversed? No, that's too many. They see your value, but with that Ten of Pentacles reverse, they may have concerns on whether or not this could be like long lasting, because there may be like some emotional closed offness going on here, or there may be something that feels a little bit draining, or even something that's distracting him a little bit to figure out how much he can actually give to the situation. Tell me more about the feelings. Just one, please. Eight of Pentacles reverse. Lots of Pentacle energy. It's like, it's kind of weird because this person sees your value and they feel the equal give and take, or they want to, but they may be kind of like being very critical of themselves and feeling like maybe they can't meet some kind of standard that they're perceiving that you're holding to them or expecting of them. So it's like weird because they see your value, they want to give to it, they are energetically giving to it, especially on emotional level, but at the same time it's like they kind of feel like they're not meeting a standard, or they're picking themselves apart, or even picking you apart, and wondering if it can really be long lasting. What's number 9's advice for this? The Judgment card. So this is about making a decision based on past wisdom, making higher self decisions. So I always say, like, a higher self decision is you think about the person that you love the most in your mind, If they came up to you with the same thing that you're worried about right now when it comes to this person and they asked your advice, what would you tell them to do? That's the decision that you need to make. So I don't know what that is for you. Anyway, I love you. Thank you for always sharing my stuff. Okay, let's see. Now we have number 10. More shuffles. Okay. Is he going to take a step towards number 10 within the next 3 months? 10 of Cups reversed. He kind of feels like, to an extent, while there's like love there and stuff like that, it's almost like in his mind fitting a star into a circle. And I think as well, like he may have asked some advice about what to do about you. And they may be, whoever that is that's giving him that advice may kind of have deterred him a little bit. Yeah, the Tower. It seems like he's kind of letting this fall right now. And to be honest with you, he doesn't even feel like it's in his power. Like he feels like you want this done, or this has been done, or something has happened that is like, it's hard to come back from. What's the Tower? The Two of Pentacles reversed. Like some kind of chaos between the two of you, or an indecision, or maybe somebody was juggling, but it feels like just something that created a little bit of chaos. So I don't really see him doing that. Is he taking a step towards her? Give me one more within the next 3 months. Queen of Swords reverse. I don't really see that. I think that he's afraid you're mad at him. I don't really see him communicating, to be honest with you. I mean, unless something changes, but right now it feels like he's kind of letting it go. What's her advice for this person? The Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is like when we take our hand off the wheel and we let go of forcing some kind of outcome. So it's kind of asking you to kind of like let go, let God, learn a lesson. Doesn't mean that this can't come back around at some point, but right now you have to let this go. For some reason it's saying that. Okay. Thank you so much, number 10. Best of luck, okay? Number 11. What's up, baby? I miss you too. All right, let's. You're going to get some kind of attention pretty soon, but you may feel like it's not for what you want to get attention for. You know? Like I don't mean to make this about myself, okay? It's just the way that I give examples sometimes. I mean, you've been watching me long enough to understand, but so you know that I'm a writer, you know that I love to write. It is me. It is just almost every part of me, right? But I sometimes post other things that I don't necessarily want to be known for. And although it's a part of me, it's not what I want to be known for. Maybe I don't value that part of myself as much, but sometimes I just feel like it's what works, or it's what gets the eyes on my videos sometimes, right? And you may feel that way in this coming month, or in the summer, or whatever it is. You may feel like you're getting attention, but you may be wondering, like, do I even value this kind of attention? is this really what I want? Am I getting recognition from people I even respect? You know, it can feel like that. Yeah, Queen of Wands. Yeah, you're getting some kind of recognition. You're kind of like taking charge and putting yourself out there quite a bit, but I also don't think you're not giving too much. It's like you're giving just enough. Why the Six of Pentacles reversed? And like you've earned it, you know? But you may not like you know what it's kind of reminding me of? It's like, you know, I feel like us girls, we do this. I don't know if guys are the same, but it's like, you know, you can get attention from 1,000 guys, but if it's not the one that you want, it's like, yeah, I don't fucking care, Luke. Get out, you know, or whatever. You know, it kind of reminds me of that a little bit. Tell me about that Six of Pentacles reverse. Yeah, Justice reverse. It's almost like you're wondering if it's even worth it. Okay. Because it feels like you're getting attention from someone and they're just like, oh my God, you're the best person ever or whatever. And you're like, the feeling's not mutual. Or like, I don't know. Okay. Let's see. Why? Yeah, I'm telling you. Like, I literally just said this. The Four of Cups is like having all of these offers, for instance, right? But only thinking about the one that didn't work out or the one that you wanted. That's what the Four of Cups is. It's literally what I just said. Page of Cups. You want something from a specific person, or you want attention or recognition for something else that you have to offer. Hmm. Wow. Too many. Too many. Five of Pentacles. What is that? Hierophant, the Magician, reversed. Again, it's something that's not of value to you. I mean, I don't know what else to say. It keeps repeating the same thing. It's like needing broccoli and chicken, but being fed gummy worms. Because it's like you feel like something's missing, and you're like questioning whether or not you have the ability to make something happen, or you kind of feel like your manifestations aren't coming to fruition, even though like great things are happening. But it's like you're not really valuing how it's happening, or you're like, that's great. You know, it's like, I don't know. I remember a long time ago, I was like, I really wanted somebody, but I was like going on dates with others to distract myself or talking to others to distract myself. And I just like really wanted that one person, you know? And I'm not saying it's about that. Okay. I'm not saying, but I just remember like that's what it is reminding me of. Can we get some advice for this? I don't know what this means. I don't even know if this is resonating, and I'm sorry. That's what I'm getting. What's the advice for her? Judgment reverse. Just keep getting the same message. Queen of Pentacles reverse, Six of Cups reverse. I want to say don't act impulsively because you're feeling insecure or like weird or not confident in the moment, okay? You're building a foundation or rebuilding one. But you want to ask yourself what that looks like for you. And where that's coming from that you're building it on. Are you building a foundation for something that's true to you or not? Are you, and then like, and if you're not, then why? You know, or something like that. Because you may be like making decisions based on insecurities, childhood traumas, or some kind of insecurity that you have around romance or your physical appearance or whatever the fuck. And so I think that something might be coming from a like a impulsive place or a lack of confidence, but it's weird because you're not really showing up like that, but there's something deeper going on. Anyway, I love you. I've spent too much time on this. Thank you. That was kind of deep. Okay, let's move on. Move on to number 12. Number 12. Starting to give me a headache. Right, that's good enough. See, is this over between the two of them? For number 12. Three of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles reverse. Tell me about that High Priestess reverse. What's going to happen between these two? From her perspective? Okay. Hold on. What are his feelings for her? What's that, Seven of Swords? All right. I didn't want to say it, okay? I think that there's a third party situation, okay? We have the Three of Pentacles reversed for whether or not it's over. With the Ace of Pentacles reversed, the High Priestess reversed, clarified by the Hangman. I thought, oh God. You know, is there a missed opportunity because he's hiding something? With that Three of Pentacles, I still think that there's maybe a level of wanting to get on the same page to a certain degree, but I do feel like he's hiding something. And I feel like whatever he's hiding is causing him to kind of let go. The Chariot with the Seven of Swords and the Three of Cups reverse makes me feel like he has a choice to make between two different people. I know that's harsh. I know that's shitty to hear. It doesn't necessarily mean that I'm right, but that's what I got. As soon as I saw that Three of Pentacles there, I was like, and I felt something weird. And I was like, let me not judge it too soon. But I do. The Chariot, usually if you look at traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, which is just the original tarot cards, okay, you'll see that the Chariot, there's a Chariot there, and then there's two Sphinxes. And they're leading the Chariot in sometimes two different directions, which can represent opposing forces. Then with the Seven of Swords, High Priestess reversed, that can be hiding something. Hiding what? Three of Cups reversed. I see the Three of Pentacles here. It kind of makes me feel like there's somebody else. Kind of makes me feel like he has a choice between two people. It feels like there's someone else, in my opinion. Will you ever see him again? The Queen of Pentacles. I don't know, honestly. To me, the Queen of Pentacles would just be you, focusing on yourself. I think if you were to see him, it would be after a time of you focusing on simply just that. There may be I don't you know, I don't think in the future, if he came to you or took action towards you, that it would be of pure heart. It feels like it's out of attraction or even a little deceptive or manipulative. I feel like there's someone else. I'm just being very honest with you. I don't really see you seeing him, in all honesty. Can I get some advice for her? I feel like there's someone else. Ten of Swords. Six of Pentacles reversed. You need to draw back your energy from this person for now. Yeah, you need to draw back your energy a little bit. Okay. Ten of Swords for advice is when we need to let something go. Okay, something has hit rock bottom. Something is done right now. You have to draw your energy back. Don't allow yourself to get too much in your head. You know, drive yourself crazy, things like this. Right now, you have to pull back your energy because I feel like you need it. Sorry, I didn't expect that reading to go like this, but I'm going to be honest. I do think that there's someone else. Just being 1000%. I don't know how serious it is. But it feels like he's hiding something. Whew. Thank you so much, number 12. I'm really sorry. Hopefully I'm just wrong. I always get scared of delivering news like that because I'm afraid somebody's going to shoot the messenger. You know what I mean? Whew. That's rough. Okay. All right. Number 13. Work. Okay. I don't. Are you asking when you're going to find a job? Are you asking how work is going? Are you asking for advice on work? Okay, got you, Monica. Okay. So I mean a third party doesn't always have to be love, you know. Ugh, God, that's rough. I'm sorry, baby. Where where is number 13? All right, I'm just gonna do, if I don't hear anything in the next like 15 seconds, I'm just going to do advice for work. No problem, Privia. Okay, I'll just do advice. Number 13. Do what you love and love what you do. There may be a big decision that you're needing to make. And the decision that you're needing to make regarding work is going to be based on what you truly believe in, the foundation that you're trying to build for yourself. So it's asking you to make a decision based on your own personal values and what you believe to be true about you, your potential, what you truly want, what actually brings you joy, things of this nature. The Emperor reversed, I'd be cautious of like a mass. If that Emperor reversed is not you, I'd be cautious of like a masculine energy trying to persuade you or force you to do something or make a decision that you don't necessarily want to make. It's like they're trying to control the outcome so they can feel like they're in power or something like that. The Seven of Cups, someone may try to, give you some options or delude you in some way. Why? Ten of Swords reverse because they're not over. So does someone have like a bone to pick with you at work or something? If that's not somebody else, then it can just be you having a hard time making a decision that is not based around your emotions when it comes to work. And that's why that lovers is showing up. It's because you need to make a work decision based on what you're truly trying to build and who you are and who you're trying to become, not who you've been. More advice about work for her? There may be something that you've been procrastinating on. Don't make an impulsive decision regarding work, or don't try to force something. Like, for instance, now this is just an example, okay? It's the only one I can think of. Like, let's say that somebody is trying to get you to do their work for them, and you feel pressured, and so you make an impulsive decision to do it. Nope, don't do that. Okay, the strength is asking you to hold back on something that someone wants you to work on, something that you're attempting to build for whatever reason. The high priestess is asking you to listen to your intuition about work and about the people that you work with. The fool reverse wanted to pop out. There's something about not making an impulsive decision. The King of Cups. This is asking you to make emotionally sound, mature decision. Like, you think about the High Priestess and the King of Cups. They don't express everything that they're thinking and they're feeling. It's a very strong and powerful energy. Sometimes silence can be a weapon. No answer is an answer. Things like this. So it's asking you to hold it together and listen to your internal guidance when it comes to work matters, when it comes to making a decision around work matters, and when it comes to dealing with people. Because emotional intelligence here is going to be one of your best weapons. I don't know why. Thanks a lot, number 13. Two more shuffles. Number 14. Show me only the good coming in towards number 14, please. The Emperor. Okay. It could be a masculine energy that's coming into your life to help you with something, or this can be you being more in charge. I feel like you are more empowered than you have been. You're becoming more empowered. 10 of Cups. You could have family here maybe who's helping you, or it can be that, I mean, you may enter a relationship, okay, maybe this summer. But all in all, just putting it in perspective, it feels like you have a lot to be responsible for, but at the same time, the responsibility feels worth it. And you have support around you. And I don't know if it's family, I don't know if it's friends, I don't know if it's a relationship, but you're definitely in a stronger position than you have been. Why is that? Because something must be changing or getting better or something. The Knight of Wands. It feels like you're graduating. I know that sounds fucking weird. Because you take action on something. Sagittarius is the Knight of Wands. Jupiterian energy. Because your optimism starts changing. You start to have a new, I don't know, lease on life or look on the way that you perceive things. It's almost like you're taking your power back or something. What else is happening good? The Moon. I'm going to pull an extra one. Why is that positive? I'm getting like I know this sounds weird, but I'm getting like you're learning a lot about yourself. Something's going to happen during this moon cycle for you that I feel like is going to have a lot to do with what's happening, what this is showing. Like this new moon in Gemini, something's going to happen here. I don't know what it is, but I feel like it's going to put you in a better position. I would look out for that new moon in Gemini. Or I mean, I know you follow Vedic now or whatever, so whatever that is. But I would look for this next new moon that's showing up tomorrow or the next day or whatever. Because I feel like that might have a lot to do with it. Thanks a lot, number 14. Um, okay, let's see. How does he feel about number 15 after she told him not to reach out? Is that Ace of Cups towards her? Is that Ace of Cups towards number 15? Too many. Is that Ace of Cups towards number 15? Yes or no? No. Okay. One more. Can I be 100% honest with you? Ace of Cups, Nine of Wands, the Sun. I asked if that Ace of Cups is towards you. I got the Two of Wands reversed, which is a no. This person is just focusing on the new, from what I gather. This person may not really be ready to give you something that you desire, may not really be ready to give you something that you want. And if anything, they're kind of putting their guard up a little bit. They're like, okay. And with that Sun there, they seem to be just focusing on themselves. They're not really trying to think about it. Eight of Swords reversed, the Nine of Pentacles tells me that this person is okay with being alone or being like content with themselves in all honesty. What are his feelings about her? Like, what are his feelings for her? Excuse me. What are his feelings for her? The Emperor. He feels like he has the upper hand, or like he's kind of in control here. He may feel like this is a lot or a lot of responsibility, or you expect a lot of him, whether that's true or not. But I also feel like in his own life, he feels like he has a lot of responsibilities already. The Queen of Wands, he does find you very attractive. You know, he thinks you're sexy, all those things. But I don't think he's gonna like, I don't think he's gonna be consistent. It's not like a bad energy per se, but I feel like he's kind of taking your word for it. Tell me about that Ten of Wands. Or why it's there. Too many. One more. Love is hard, you know. He may feel like it's a lot. Even though I think that there's a very solid connection here, he may have a hard time with seeing what it'll bring at the end of the road. Like, not really knowing. And he may feel like you're already unhappy with him, and he's like, okay, well, you know, is this really worth it? Do I want to take responsibility for this? Let's just see. One. Let's see. Does he want to work things out with number 15? Six of Wands reverse. The Star reversed. Too many. One, please. Too many. Just one, please. The Two of Swords. I don't really see it, no. Yeah, Eight of Cups at the bottom of the deck. I don't see it, baby. He feels like this kind of stresses him out, so he's like, okay, I don't want to be stressed out or whatever. I don't know why that would be stressful to him, but he's not really showing it any attention. He feels unappreciated, or he feels like you feel unappreciated, so he's like, you know, maybe we should just avoid this and call it what it is. He may also be being inconsistent if I'm being 1,000% honest with you, because he's offering something to someone else. Like with that Ace of Cups and that Lovers and that all that, like it very well may be the case. Okay. Now it doesn't have to be, but I asked if that Ace of Cups was towards you, and I got a no. What's her advice? Advice for her, please. I mean, something might change, but Nine of Swords, it's asking you to get out of your head. Easier said than done, but you got to do something to get out of your head or focus on your mental health, maybe. Or not worry so much. Easier said than done. Ace of Wands reverse. It's asking you to get motivated and detach. It's asking you to get, like, what motivates you? What brings you back to life? What makes you excited about life? Because it's telling you that that's what you need to focus on. Okay. Sending you love. Best of luck, obviously. Okay. Okay. Number 16. Your two current situations. So think of the first situation, and I'm going to try to pull a yes or a no or get some insight on that. So think of whatever the first situation is. Okay. Put that in your mind. Think about it. Will she be victorious with her first situation? Yes. Strength card. Yes, you may come out on top or may come into a place of leadership here, or you may kind of be the one in charge or something like that. Now think of the second situation. Will she be victorious in the second situation? The Hierophants. Double fixed energy. Yes, but it'll be they both feel quite reserved. They don't feel like showy. You know what I mean? Even though it is Leo, but the strength is more reserved and the Hierophant is more traditional. It's stable. It's a foundation. It's there, right? We've learned something. We're learning something, teaching something, something. So I would say yes, from what I gather. Wondering what wants to tell me in either my career, if I'm getting a raise or promotion, or moving up in my now current reality, or the very near future. Okay. Is she getting a promotion or moving up in her now current reality, or for the rest of this year? Is there any promotion or moving up here? The Devil. There's definitely opportunity. I would be cautious though. Because the devil, like the devil is Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn has associations with the 10th house, so it can be a position of power. But the devil in the upright asks you, what did you sell to get here? You know, in extreme cases, you see people like selling their souls to get to a position, or does what or how you've gone about it, does it align with who you really are? When you get there to the top, Are you willing to keep your integrity intact? Are you willing? And I'm not saying you're not willing to do those things, but there may be certain temptations with that climb to the top that may be like, ugh, I don't know about that, you know? So just like a warning. Too many. Just one at a time, please. The Knight of Pentacles. It may take a while. Be very determined. I don't want to say be a perfectionist because I feel like that can be too much and people can really get in their head with that. But the Knight of Pentacles crosses all his or her eyes, dots all her I's, crosses all her T's, and she makes sure not to fuck up so she doesn't have to go back and correct a mistake. So the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in the deck. So I feel like you're going to earn your way there. I don't think it's going to be easy, but the Nine of Wands is a win. It's when you win something, but you're a little bumped and bruised on the way there. Why is the Devil here? Okay, the Ace of Cups. Be careful of like romance at work. Okay, that may end up posing to be a little bit of an issue. Okay. I heard, don't forget your humanity. I don't know why I heard that. No fucking clue. Okay, let's see. Any new love coming in her current reality? Knight of Wands? Maybe not like an all-consuming, like, notebook love, but I think there's somebody here who's attracted to you. What are their intentions? Could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Too many, too many. What's this person's intentions with number 16? The Nine of Pentacles reverse. I don't really feel like they have it all together, okay? They may decide to kind of overpromise and underdeliver a little bit. Yeah, Ten of Pentacles reverse. I feel like this might just be somebody who's a little unserious, you know, maybe good in the sack, but like, you know, maybe good for a good time, but you know. Let's see in the foreseeable future. What about for the rest of this year when it comes to love? Lovers reversed. Anything else? Queen of Cups, okay. You are open to receiving, so you are leaving yourself open. God damn, hello? Too many. Ten of Swords, got it. Well, what's that Queen of Cups about? Queen of Pentacles reversed. Careful of like an unrequited love situation. I mean, I think that you can really open yourself up to love, but I would be cautious of any like betrayals, you know, people hiding other people from you, those kinds of things, because I can see some kind of betrayal here that may make you question yourself or may make you kind of feel like, oh, you know, maybe I am not good enough, or like you can start questioning yourself and things like this. All this really is here for is to get you to build yourself stronger on an emotional level and when it comes to your sense of self-esteem. But that Lover's reverse, it kind of makes me feel like you might meet some people, but it's not really for you. You're not going to really feel like it's for you. It's going to feel like, okay, well, there's a lot of passion and chemistry here, but like, yeah, you voted for so-and-so and I voted for so-and-so and that goes against my morals or, you know, whatever, right? What's her overall advice? Just general advice, please. The Seven of Wands. You have what it takes to be able to compete for the position that you want or for the things that you want. You just have to remember your worth with that Empress there. I would also look into creative matters, focusing on like really taking care of yourself, you know, having a little glow up. King of Wands. I feel like when you do that, like when you get to this position of, you know, because you think about the Empress is all of the queens combined, right? She's stable within her mind, her emotions, her appearance, her all of it, right? Her fire, her leadership, all of those things. And I feel like you have all of these qualities. You possess all of these qualities. You have the ability to get the promotion. You have the ability to get the person that you want. And with that King of Wands, I feel like once you get to that point, once you fully allow yourself to be the woman that you are, once you fully allow yourself to receive, not chase, and I'm not saying that you're doing any of those things, but fully lean into that feminine energy while still being able to maintain your sense of discernment and competition without being, uh, what's the best way I can put this? Without feeling like you have to prove anything. Just showing up and understanding that your sense of capabilities and the things that you have to offer are to be nurtured and are to be appreciated and valued. And if you can get to that point, if you're not at that point yet, if you can get to that point, I feel like that's when you may attract somebody to you, somebody who's a little bit more your speed, more mature, things like this. If that's what you're interested in, I still don't feel like this person is on your level. Just because an empress should be with another empress or an emperor, right? But it doesn't mean it can't work. It doesn't mean people can't grow. Okay. So that's what I have for you. All right, guys. Damn, that is really loud. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. I love you. Oh wow, Mary. Damn. You know what, Mary, though? Sometimes that's what you need. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes that's what you need. You need somebody to, as crappy as it sounds, but do you ever see those people where they have like the worst divorce of their lives or like the worst breakup of their lives, and then they just like pop out one day and they just look incredible, they feel incredible, they've had like the mental, emotional, and physical glow up of their lives? Sometimes you need that. You know what I mean? Sometimes you really need that. Thank you, Kenneth. I appreciate that. And thank you so much, Lori. Thank you so much to all my super chatters. I hope you guys have a really great day. And I appreciate you so much. Bye for now.